8. That's about what I remembered. All right, let's get going. Absolutely, Ham. Thanks for coming in. How you doing? But what you're about to see or about to watch is both a good thing and a bad thing, because this is another grind spot in the game for me. I don't have to do this, but it puts me in a nice upper hand if I do. Not 92 on this game, level 92 on a different data file. This one I'm in between level 26 and 29. That's where I am here. I'm going to be here a while as far as doing this, so this is a lot of back and forth shit you're going to be looking at. And making matters worse, this is being recorded also. Yeah, you can also fight those guys regularly in the Valhalla fort where you can get Ren's positron bolt. I don't know if you can actually get them in unison here in the weapon plant. Memory isn't serving me at the moment. But if it's the same enemy I'm thinking of, they give away 2500 EXP to everybody, which is still fucking nice. Well, interestingly enough, both of those robots actually do appear here. I just don't know. Yeah, that's one of them, and then there's the green guys on 2 legs. I don't know if they appear in the same formation though. This is my other motive for gaining levels, because I'm sick of the enemies being faster than me. I'm also sick of opening the menu to heal every time I finish a fucking battle. And then it's these other guys, the arthropods. That and the wire dime, those are the two enemies that merge together, but I don't think we can get them in the same formation. Meantime, just grind away. Plus, the higher level I am, the better the chance of a surprise attack. That was Chaz, okay. What is his agility, by the way? 39? Yeesh, Ren is faster than him. Yes, that's called the Prophalis, and if you kill him, he gives 13,099 EXP to everybody. I've fought him quite a few times. He's got around 2,500 HP, if I'm not mistaken, but you can kill him instantly with the Black Hole combo. I think Purify Light also works. And the axe you're thinking of, I believe, is the Defeat Axe, which is Grizz's best weapon. And I believe the Axe Knight drops that instead. You can also get the best boomerangs for Kyra there as well. Can't remember which enemy drops that, though. Okay, he's dead. Way to go. Yeah, she still needs a reflect mail. So, Ham, while you're here, while I'm stuck in this room, you might as well talk to me and make some conversation. Because I'm not going to be going anywhere anytime soon from this room. I want to be hovering close to level 40 by the time I'm done with this. This is where I usually make myself comfortable at this point in the game. getting close to the point of not having to heal every time a battle ends. Well, I'm one of those obsessive-compulsive completionists who has to get everything out of a game that I play. If I like the game enough, I want to get everything out of it, no matter how trivial it may seem. There is no reason to level up to the 90s. No reason to do that. I only did it purely because I wanted to, not because I thought I had to. In fact, take for example Chaz. Eventually, all of his stats will cap at 101. So every level up after that point, he's just getting more HP and TP. That's it. Funny they call it TP. Not knowing there'd be repercussions for that. Yeah, I know it means tech points, but what am I supposed to think other than toilet paper? I am so sick of the ambushes. Missed it by that much. Man, they really didn't think that through. Like whoever named their game company STD. Christ's sake. Like you're just asking to get made fun of. Oh, excuse me. Oh, there we go. I'm going to put that down here, make it easy access. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it retailed close to $100 when it was brand new. Huh. Add that to the inflation. Almost 25 years. No, more than 25 years later. Huh. That's better. That's a way to stick it to him. Well, Blockbuster's hardly even a thing anymore, so I wouldn't worry about it. That's cool. This is the same copy I bought in high school in the aftermarket. I first played it on an emulator back when I was still in high school. Loved it so much I wanted a copy of it. I am so sick of not going first. Who was that that leveled up? Was it Raja? Huh. Alright. Oh yeah, Shining Force 2 is the fucking balls, dude. Haven't played through that in a long time. And as you might expect from me, I pushed my characters up to level 40 before promoting them. Then pushed them up to 99 after that, by abusing the Protect Ring. Now I can hit the final boss for 120 damage apiece. I was careful to make sure I got all the mithril pieces too. I remember resetting a lot when I was forging those weapons. Got a lot of critical swords that I thought were not great. Now these are the kind of fights I want to get over and over. Will make all this go faster. Yeah, I always promoted Sarah to a Master Monk. Chester was the one I promoted to a Pegasus Knight. In fact, I think the earliest characters you start with are some of the strongest. Because the lower the level they start at, the more stat boosts you get from those levels. That's more levels to gain more stats. I don't want to bother with that. I feel like I should go inside the weapon plant now and get all the good stuff. That's a nice looking dead end. I can just get those fights every friggin' time. This is where I believe the burst rocket is. Yep. Here we go. This is what you were talking about. I didn't think you could get this guy here, but as it turns out you can. Surprise attack, that's what I like to see. Are you kidding me? Come on. Okay. That is some horrible RNG. That was terrible. And you can get an infinite supply of repair kits right there. That Chaz again? Oh, it was. Nice. Oh, nice. Fucking prick. That did it. Why does this guy have such a high evade rate? You fucking kidding me? Cut it out. No, that's not going to work. All that walking, I didn't get another encounter. Now the next place I can go to is the Climate Center. What town is that near? I want to say it's near Reschel. Yeah, here we go. I can't remember what you can find here, or if there's even a boss fight. Isn't the Pulse Vulcan a spread shot weapon? I can't recall. Another repair kit that I don't have any prolonged use for. Looks like I'm finally getting faster. It's not a bad thing to find in a chest, 5,000 bucks. I don't really need all these repair kits. I'll come back and check on that afterwards. Needless to say, that certainly wasn't much of a fight. Ooh. I don't think this guy gives very much. Let's do the insta-kill on him. Nope. Not worth it. But Ren did level up. Working his way up the ladder. I'm thinking at this point I should swap out Raja and go pick up Kyra. Ooh, I'm in pain. Ooh, I'm in pain. Wham! They all have the same friggin' text box. Two people with the same mugshot and the exact same text box. Ugh. That's what I call creative. There might be some treasure here. I can't remember. Russia was done for. It was done for before we even got here. I could buy her a new weapon. And all I had to do was come into this room. Well, at least they made it easy for me. Do another walk around here. It's good exercise. The same character duplicated twice. Lutz is not here. He left this world long ago. Kyra, calm down. It's true that Lutz is no longer of this world, but even if his physical body is no more, his spirit lives on. Before he died, he left his will and memory in the telepathy ball. No, he's not here now. But if the chosen person appears, then Lutz's will and memory will be transferred to that person. So now... Listen, Chaz. Since ancient times in Algo, there has been a cycle where calamities occur every 1,000 years. That's because a personification of evil called Dark Force is resurrected every 1,000 years. Up until now, every time it occurred, a courageous person would defeat the evil to maintain peace. Algo was shaken 1,000 years ago by the explosion of Parma. The delicate balance we were able to maintain was severely upset. This might be a result of it. The black energy wave can still be felt. That I don't know. But I can say that the root of all evil is not yet destroyed. The only thing to do now is to defeat it. I have chosen you, Chaz. I have chosen you, as the soldier, to fight the inevitable decisive battle. I felt that you are a man of potential. We will soon find out if my judgment was correct, Chaz. Well, that's the story. Sorry I kept it secret all this time. We'll keep on cooperating with each other, right? Anyway, we've got to go to the Gruber Tower. That's where the answer lies. Okay, our destination's decided. It's off to the Gumbius Temple. We're off. Come on, Chaz, stop looking so dazed. Sorry about that. I've always been like this. Yeah, I'm the next guy, but I'm still a jackass. Nah, he's only kind of a jackass. I don't think there are any treasures here, but let's take a look. I think those treasures are actually get lost after the temple explodes. Two of the same characters, again with the same text box, right next to each other. That's an ironic word to find in this game. Of course, who could have predicted that? Oh yeah. The talk feature was so innovative back then. I don't know if it was the first game to do this, but the fact that you could just open the menu and have your party members talk amongst each other so so you know what to do next, so you would never get lost. And since Kyra is going to be with me for a while through 2 of the game's important dungeons, I might as well give her another one of these. Yeah, I think that's a better deal. I think that's a better arrangement. Alright, sell off this crap. Two, three. Well, this is the next part of the grind. Lashik is such a cunt and a half. I'd rather just beef up my characters right here and there. And you know, some people argue, well, getting lost is part of the challenge. And I'm like, but that's not fun. I don't enjoy being lost or not knowing what to do. Yeah, she's only level 27. Come on, what the fuck? Now, I know this takes a while, but it does make my life easier. And I'm all for making my life easier. I can one-shot him. And by late game, after you have gained so many levels near the end, you get a surprise attack on the enemies almost every time. You get constant critical hits. Your grind work really pays off. Not getting the luck I want, though, from these encounters. It's going to make me end up being here a lot longer than I want to be. Getting through it, though. All I gotta do is stick to it. See, these are the encounters I'm talking about. This is what I'd like to see a lot more. Yeah, fuck it. I know the combo, I might as well use it. Just gonna sleep at the end here. Because when I go to the airport, I'm gonna trigger the next scene. At least I got my turns in before they did. My cat's distracting me. Good girl. Level up is good. Oh, bless you. Sneeze all over me. That's fine, dear. I don't know if you can see her on camera. Gonna have to warn potential viewers about the grind session. Love to use that attack, but can't resist it. Whoops-a-daisy. That'll be. Ow. Kyra's out for the count. I hate how long this takes, but what can you do? Every level up brings me closer to finishing this. And yet somehow they're still faster than me. You got sick of sitting in my lap. Hey, sick white tiger, how you doing? I don't recognize your username. Have you been around before? Right now I'm just on a grind session on Phantasy Star 4. This grind is going to come to an end pretty soon. Well, good to see you then. Thanks. I'm glad you found me. It's a pleasant surprise when people find me through games like this. Considering the games that people frequently do look for, this one doesn't really come up on the radar that much as I'd like it to. Yeah, me too, man. That's why I'm playing it. I wanted a full playthrough documented of it on YouTube, which is why I'm recording it now. And I'll upload it to my channel later. Hey Panda, how you doing? Yeah, physical attacks are fine for this. Oh yeah, it's so refreshing when two or more people are playing the same old game that you both love. It's a mutual love you get between each other. You don't even know each other, but the same thing brought two complete strangers together. The reason I'm doing this grind is because, well, Lashik in the Air Castle, as you probably already know, is a pain in the fucking ass. And I'm just trying to save myself all the headaches I can. Wholesome indeed. I was also sick of the enemies being faster than me, which was happening a lot. So that's why I'm just scrolling this screen back and forth. I'm getting more surprise attacks too, so that's also very good. Probably Rika who leveled up. Yep, level 40. Absolutely it was. No question about it. Of the classic Algo Solar System story, from the four original games, this one is the pinnacle. The only one of the four that I haven't played all the way through is the original. I don't even have a Master System now that I think about it. Yeah, if there's any one, if you were to pick just one Phantasy Star of the Classic series, this is the one. No question. Not usually. This is the first one that I've streamed here on Twitch. I play a lot of Super Nintendo stuff. But I did want to make a full recording of this, but I've got a plethora of Genesis games that I can play live. Basically, if you can name a famous, good Genesis game, chances are I have it. And this is all original hardware, by the way. Cartridge and console. No emulators. And for everyone else who just captures this directly on their PC with an emulator, you can do that too, and if you can get it running nicely via emulation, I say good for you. Capturing on original hardware is a lot more involved. Definitely a lot more involved. I don't know if you can really see the quality in it. I would hope you can, but this is not composite video. This is RGB. I am almost done with this grind and I can go to the air castle. Oh, and it's getting, and Tiger, it's getting all the worse. The market is so gone now. It's absurd. Some of what the prices of what some of this stuff sells for is just so, for lack of a better word, dumb. I mean, people were paying over $200 for Sonic R on Sega Saturn, a bad racing game that's not rare. Doesn't make any sense. Good, I'm glad you can see the quality in it, because that's always something I strive for, making this look as good as possible out of the original signal. $38. Please tell me that was complete in box. Please don't tell me that was just a loose cartridge. Because that game was a multi-million seller. It's common as dirt. Yeah, to me, loose, that's a $5, $10 game tops. Great game. It's as common as grass and water, though. I hate that these guys are still faster than me. At least one of them is. Yeah, funny, from my personal experience, in all my years of seeking these games out, playing them and buying them and being in the buyer's market, I have found, I can't tell you how many Genesis games I have found still in their boxes, but the manual's gone. I have no explanation for that. I'll look through box Genesis stuff at, retro stores, and I'll find the games in their boxes, but more often than not, the manual's missing. I cannot explain that. Whereabouts do you live, if you don't mind me asking? You don't have to tell me exactly where you are, just a general area is fine. Let's just go to Nagra. Oh, you're in New Zealand. Wow. Yeah, I don't know squat about the market over there, so cannot comment. Right, yeah, the region differences. I think really we're the only place in the world that calls it Genesis. Whichever you refer to, I know what it means. We're all cultured now. Plus, you also have a different currency rate, so I would have to convert that amount you just gave me. Yeah, because from US dollars to New Zealand currency, whatever you call it over there, I do not know the difference in value. So, for all I know, you could have gotten the game for pennies. I should be almost done with this. Yeah, I don't know how the console did in New Zealand, but it did very well over here and in Europe. It struggled in Japan, though. Are you converting to US dollars what you paid for the game? Because if that's true, then I'd say you got a fair enough deal on it. Oh, that's good that it was. I'm glad. How did the Super Nintendo fare over in New Zealand? I know it struggled a bit in Europe. There were a lot of terrific Super Nintendo games that made it from Japan to the States but did not reach European shores. Well, that was a lot of fixer-upper. Hit or miss. I say it's accurate enough. Enough for me to make a conclusion out of it. Enough of a conclusion I want to make. So that's good enough for me. Plus, currency rates change all the time. All the time. They're changing right now, even. Yeah, that's what I figured, because, like I said, there were a number of titles that European gamers would have loved to have, and New Zealand, of course, that never made it over there. All right, what am I doing here? Final Fantasy VI, Chrono Trigger, Super Mario RPG, Mother 2, or otherwise known as Earthbound. Final Fantasy IV, none of those made it to Europe. I'm waiting to see if you're going to comment something else. Yeah, this is just about concluding pretty soon. This grind. Which is fine with me. Oh, that was dumb. I never had a Sega CD growing up. I bought one later in the aftermarket. Yeah, despite the negative reception that console has, there were a few good gems on it. I don't think any of the Working Designs RPGs made it to Europe. Lunar 1 and 2, Pop the Mail, and Vi. That tended to happen a lot. Whenever Working Designs localized a game for the North American market, it would often not cross to European shores. I don't know why that... I don't know what the reason for that is. But that was the reality. Road Avenger, yep. Mystery Mansion. I don't know if that game was released over here under a different name or if we never got it at all. Name changes are also another thing that's a problem. Fortunately, they've mostly stopped doing that. Just keep the original title intact. Yeah, I love the Sega CD too. Mine stayed quiet for a while now. I do have the unit attached, and heck, I can stream those games also. I don't have an EverDrive for it, though. That would be a handy device. Okay, so that did get released over here. Yep, I have a copy of that, actually. I think I do. Yeah, there it is. Alright. That's one game that's definitely a neat novelty piece as far as trying to showcase what the Sega CD could do. Unfortunately, that was, I think, one of several titles where they were toting the FMV technology, which made the system look more gimmicky than it actually was, you know, a decent platform to actually make good games on. I don't know what kind of marketing was used for the Sega CD in New Zealand. You're the first person I've spoken to who could tell me anything about the New Zealand market. But they actually, I don't know if Sega produced it, but there actually is a promotional video for the Sega CD when it was being released here in North America in 1992. That ad probably didn't air in New Zealand, but it was a long 7-minute video promoting the Sega CD. I think they might have played the video in stores back then to promote it, but it's on YouTube and you can watch the whole thing. And boy, it is very early 90s. Whether you consider that a good thing or a bad thing. I mean, that was a pretty good tagline from Sega. Welcome to the next level. because every new console is, getting to the next level of that realism you strived for. That magic is kind of gone now. It comes back every now and again, but it's not... Every new generation doesn't seem as much of a leap technology-wise as it used to be when we were kids growing up. I mean, when we went from NES to Super NES, our socks were blown off. When we went from Super NES to PlayStation N64, our socks were knocked off again. Hey, Fly Eagle, how you doing? Hey, Pink Panther, how's it going? Yeah, right. 666 Meseta. Oh, cool, I got rated. I didn't even notice that. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the party. Not much happening here, though. Almost done with this fucking grind. I don't need any more repair kits. Ugh. Yeah, that promotional video probably never even aired in New Zealand. I'm not even sure if it even aired on television here. They likely played that video in stores, because it's like 7 minutes long. It's just really cool that somebody uploaded it so you can see it. Yeah, I'm just in the weapon plant doing a grind before going to the air castle to fight Lashik. Because he is such a pain in the fucking ass. And I don't mind doing this anyway, besides getting stronger and getting all my techs and skills. Well, yeah, when this retailed in, I don't know about Japan or Europe, but when this retailed in North America, it was almost $100, brand new. That was in late 1994, somewhere around there. Factor in the inflation. How much would that be today? Yeah, I bought this copy back when I was in high school on the secondhand market years before the market got out of control. Now, who leveled up there? Alright, Rune. I'll give one more to Rune and one more to Chaz, and that'll be the end of this. The end of this grind. Thank goodness. Yeah, the console sure is a neat novelty, as it was one of the earlier home TV game consoles that played CDs. Although it wasn't the first in North America. We had the TurboGrafx CD before that, but that was practically swept under the carpet. Not many consumers were even aware of it. Let alone even available to buy one. That's another library of games I don't think I've ever streamed in the 2 years I've been doing this. TurboGrafx stuff. I gotta relearn the library, though. Relearn those games. I guess Gigra is good enough, huh? Getting more surprise attacks. That's a good thing. That means progress. Yeah, I've never really dove into the hardware of how they actually work together. Let alone what kind of hardware improvements you get when you add that console to the base unit. Okay, that's Rune's level up. And Chaz is just about there at level 40. Dude, I am such a purist and addict to FM synthesis. The Yamaha 2612 and the Pulse Sound Generator. After hearing what Savage Regime can do with this hardware, after listening to the OST to Xeno Crisis, I've almost completely written off Super NES music. Blew my socks off what he did with the hardware. I even have the soundtrack to Xeno Crisis in my car, with a nice sound system to go with it. I played it for my friend and told him that that's a Sega Genesis playing that music back. He's like, no way. There is no way a Genesis is doing that. I'm like, yep. Meanwhile, the Sega CD unit has the advantage of Red Book audio. Just compose studio tracks and write them straight to the disc. Right, because the Yamaha has 6 channels and the Pulse Sound Generator has 4, if I'm not mistaken. If I have my math right. Just a couple more fights. And I'm running out of resources too, at the tail end of this. I'm almost done, folks, I promise. Man, this is going to be so much back and forth in this video when I upload it. That is diddly dick for damage. Huh. That I did not know. That's very cool. There's his level. Okay, thank goodness I am done with this. Holy moly, that took up almost the whole stream session. Well, let's push the envelope a little bit. Oh yeah, I would love to see that. Okay, let's work the Tyler. Look at that grind, huh? Well, before I go in, let me step on the recovery pad. There we go, that's better. And because of this nasty grinding that I've been doing, I can just ignore all the enemies in the air castle. Just make the long walk around and collect everything. Yeah, I don't actually know. Yeah, I fucking love this soundtrack. It sounds amazing. I don't know which channels are being used on either chip. I would love to see it broken down like that, too. Yeah, Ooze. That is a killer boss theme. Laughter, that's another one. Meet them head on, I always get a kick out of that one. The opening and closing theme, where it's pretty much the same song, slowed down when the credits scroll. I don't think there's anything out here. I'm just taking a look around. Yeah, this is a nice. I know it's an arrangement from Phantasy Star 1, but it's really groovy. Nice thing about this is I can just walk through this dungeon and collect everything. And I can just run from these guys. Because some of these enemies, I think, can only be killed with magic. Specifically holy magic, like Grand Cross, the Grand Cross combo. I mean, I have no qualms about using that combo. It's one of my favorites. Plus, it's kind of imperative that I collect everything out of here, because this dungeon closes off after you finish it. Here's a hot take. One-winged angel can go fuck itself. Didn't like it in 97, don't like it now. Let the pot get stirred. Oh yeah, they did a fantastic job of it. Yeah, I don't get why people love that theme so much. It's so obnoxious. Still love the game though. The game was a blast. Yeah, with all the grinding I've done, I wouldn't expect that to happen under any circumstances. I don't know if you can see him on camera. My cat's sitting right here. Come on, dude. Come here. There you go. Just stay right there. If you want to be with me, just get comfy. Yeah, and dude, some argue that you have to have been there when it first came out, but I'm not one of those people. It's been 25 years since the game came out. I still can't believe that, but I still have fun playing it. If I didn't have fun playing it, I wouldn't play it at all. There is admittedly some nostalgia attached, but if I'm not enjoying a game, I'm not going to keep playing it. I'm going to shut it off. Oh, he's one of 4. I have 4 cats. Every once in a while, they'll get in front of the camera and they'll bomb me, which I'm perfectly fine with. Viewers love that stuff. So do I. To play mobile? As in the original game and not the remake, right? Because, yeah, the on-screen polygon 3D models were such low resolution. I mean, it's pretty much a running... Oh, okay. I mean, it's pretty much a running gag how bad the 3D models look in that game. Because everything else I thought looked great. Pre-rendered graphics, huge 3D world. Their 3D models in battle look fantastic. Nothing looks wrong there. So what happened with the in-game 3D models? I don't know. I don't know if any information about that is available. Oh yeah, they really cleaned them up in 8 and 9. I hated 8 though, couldn't finish it. And I still won't. I like 9, but the load times were pretty bad. Can anyone else equip that? Oh, only Chaz can. Alright. If I remember correctly, there's also a Genocide Claw in this dungeon. I've already been there. I think I can just go back upstairs. Yep, and I'll go north from here. It's nice that there are no encounters out here, which is also, in a sense, kind of disappointing because if there were battles out here, it would make me wonder what the backdrop would look like had there been battles out here. There's the claw. Yeah, the newer games, from what I understand, are like that. I mean, I stopped playing the games after 7. Because then when a series divulges or distances itself way too much from the formula it started with, it doesn't feel like the same game anymore. I mean, I understand the need to innovate and the need for change for the better, but some games get so far away from where they started, it just doesn't feel like the same game anymore. That's what I love about Dragon Quest. That series has never lost its roots. Not since 1986. Not ever. Yep, I have the same problem with Resident Evil. Granted, I loved the remake of 2. Loved it. It brought back pretty much everything I wanted out of the series. Claustrophobic haunted house feel, puzzle solving, reading memos, horror being emphasized over action. Oh, whoops. I haven't played the old Resident Evils in a while on here. That's something I ought to do also. Has that been confirmed? And if so, what information do we have on it? I know Capcom likes to give us pleasant surprises. Because admittedly, I was not a fan of Code Veronica, particularly how the game worked engine-wise. And granted, it wasn't actually done by Capcom themselves, which might explain my somewhat dismissal of it. So if a remake gets done, I look forward to them, you know, giving it a nice new polish. I do like the RE engine. I do like that engine and what they're doing with it. I can hope, one thing I can hope for with the remake of Code Veronica, if there is one happening, Once again, emphasize horror over action. Scare me. Don't just flood me with zombies. Scare me first. And I would like to see Stephanie Ponticello voice Claire again. I thought she did a great job in the remake of RE2. I don't know how people feel about Allison Court not being there anymore, but I thought Stephanie Ponticello did a great job. I thought her voice fit the character very well. I mean, that's one fun part of why we play these games. Scare me. Yeah, and some people argue that that's what makes it scarier, by throwing all those enemies at you when you only have so much ammo. But what actually scares me more is not a horde of zombies, but just one zombie, maybe even two. Because if there's just one zombie, you can emphasize the presence of how scary that zombie is. Because if a bunch of zombies are just running at you, I don't really have the time to be scared of them. But if I see one zombie slowly staggering towards me, that I find a little more unnerving. Of course, that's just how I look at it, but it doesn't mean that you can't make a bunch of zombies really terrifying. But if I have just enough time to look at one zombie and see that gruesome detail when it's coming at me, ooh, that spooks me more. Yeah, like what they did with the hunters in the Resident Evil 3 remake. Rather than have a bunch of them come at you at once, usually only one is coming at you at a time, but when you see it, it's fucking terrifying. And that's what we want. We want to be scared. Here are the real guys. Alright, so an easy win would be Grand Cross, but I'm just going to try the combo and hopefully it lands in the right spot. Before I do that, I don't remember what kind of spells these guys are capable of, so I'm just going to take appropriate precautions here. Yep, didn't line up. But he had the next turn. Kind of neglected Ren, but I do have a couple repair kits that I'm not using. Okay, so there's one. Put him in recover mode. Still didn't get the combo. Good enough for me. Yeah, I was hoping to pull off Grand Cross. I actually have it saved in a macro, but I didn't want to use the macro out of concern that I may need to heal, and I was right. So I rolled the dice on it with the random numbers, and unfortunately the random numbers didn't quite favor me. Yeah, there are actually a lot of references to the older games in this game here, which I really, really like. And you don't even have to play the other games to appreciate the story in this one. That's probably the faster way for me to do it. Alright, I picked up the Swift Helm and Genocide Claw. I don't think there's anything else here that's absolutely imperative that I get. I'm probably safe to just proceed as is. That's a cool scene. I do like that scene, I agree. And the spaceship is named the Landale. Did I go the wrong way? I bet I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah, even more so during that flashback when you see the characters from the previous games. Although, ironically enough, I don't think you really see any characters from Phantasy Star 3, because some people call that game the Black Sheep, although, in my opinion, 2 is the real Black Sheep. Yeah, here we go. Oh, it was, for all the wrong reasons. I do know about the dungeons, which are giant mazes and are pretty much impossible to navigate without a map. From learning from behind the scenes, I learned that the guy who designed those dungeons, I don't know his name, but he was a new employee. And he wanted to make a good impression on his superiors. He was newly hired. So he ended up designing dungeons, these giant mazes that were way more complicated and difficult to navigate than what the rest of the dev team actually wanted. And his superior did not like the dungeon designs. They were too big, they were too complex. You pretty much could not get through them without a map. But she didn't want to waste the employee's work, not to mention that there was a deadline approaching to get the game finished. So she put those dungeons into the game, presumably with reluctance, and the rest of the team had really mixed feelings about them. I flat out hate them. Then there was also the problem of the excessive grinding. Granted, Phantasy Star 2, of course, is not the first J-style RPG, and being that it was 16-bit, however, it still had a lot of 8-bit quirks about it, which was way, way too much fucking grinding. Way too much. Yeah, in Japan, it was actually optional to buy that guide. It was sold separately. And the guy who was in charge at Sega of America, I think Al Nilsson was his name, he made the decision to bundle it with the game. And the reason is because it was going to be their most expensive Genesis game at the time. It retailed for $80 US over here, if I'm not mistaken. So he wanted to include the guidebook to give it extra value. And because it had the guidebook, he figured it would encourage people to try Phantasy Star 2 who have never bought an RPG before, because they had a guidebook if they needed help. Marketing-wise, I think that was a good idea. Yeah, I don't know what the red strobe effect is for when you take damage. It's not needed. It's not necessary. The original Dragon Quest didn't do that, and that was 1986. And we all call that the world's first JRPG. Granted, that still had quite a grindfest in it, but not nearly the masochism that Phantasy Star 2 was. I mean, the fact that the game has been patched to be modernized so that you level up faster, that just goes to show you how much of a problem it is. And of course, I don't like that it's needed, because an otherwise great game shouldn't need an update. It shouldn't have to be fixed. But look at what we're doing now these days. We're constantly fixing these games, just releasing them in an unfinished state. You might as well buy a book with missing pages. That one? That's the one, right? So irritating. I went all the way through it, though. I went all the way through it because I wanted to make sure that I wasn't missing something that I may have otherwise enjoyed. You know what I did really enjoy, though? The music. It doesn't make the best use of the Yamaha and PSG, but when we factor in the melodies, I think the music is quite good. I do have a couple tracks on there that I like. I don't know their names. But there are a few tracks in that soundtrack I enjoy. If not for the fact that the game is a huge maze grind fest. Just watch somebody else play it. Don't expect me to. Oh, and here's something else that's bullshit. The last boss in that game, Mother Brain, we all know how it's very common to not know how much HP the enemies and bosses have. The last fight in that game, Mother Brain, when you attack her, you don't even get to know how much damage you're doing. It's a fucking shit shoot. It's one thing to not know how much HP a boss has, but how about if you didn't know how much damage you were doing? Because that's a thing in that game with the last boss. Don't ask me, I don't know. But I finished it. It's got a great story. It's got a pretty good story to go with it, but the gameplay is a fucking cesspool. Hey, Dickie. Pardon me, I'm going to turn the TV up. I apologize if this causes noise bleeding as I'm not wearing headphones because I want to hear this song. Thanks for coming in. I'm sorry to see you go. I hope you follow because I want to see you again. I want to see you in here more. It's been a blast. Alright, let's leave it up to the random numbers. Glad to hear it. Thank you very much. I'll see you soon. She needs to wake up. I don't think there's anything you can do for sleep in this game. That was a happy accident. He woke up. That fucking hurts. What the hell? That should have worked. Well, if he does, I've got a repair kit. Alright, no problem. It's an excuse to use him. That's the end of that. And after the Gruber Tower's done, this damn storm will finally let up. I forgot to equip that weapon. Oh well. I can actually get another one in the Gruber Tower if I grind for it. I really wish I could get rid of that item. I don't fucking need it anymore. Let alone if I could just rearrange my items. Get a quick rest. I'm going to park myself right here, save the game, and I'm going to call it a night. Thanks so much, everyone, for watching and coming in and hanging out. I really appreciate it. Hope I earned your following. And I will be seeing you soon. Take care now.